Exclusive interview with Emily Riedel ahead of Bering Sea Gold. Final for Bering Sea Gold on Discovery is tonight. This season has been filled with mechanical strife, claim jumping, and new monikers for all the cast as narrator Mike Rowe shares the exploits of a group of folks who stay close to the Nome, Alaska shore as they make the most of the short summer months. The Queen is Emily Riedel, and TV shows Ace caught up with her at the top of the season, and now we spoke to her again ahead of the final. The Kellys are trying to compete with Mr. Gold, aka the King Sean Ponrank, whose tomcat claim and two dredges are outproducing them substantially. Zeke and his motley crew are sailing to deeper waters. Will this unusual strategy pay off for him, or are the dumpster berries rife with a psychedelic mold that's giving him a bit of a purple haze in his thought process? Time will tell. And for Vern? His diver-down issues continue, but this ogre will surprise people with the crafty knowledge of where to dredge. As for Emily, her hard work and canny approach on where to pan for gold may or may not pay off, as Ken Kerr's claim number 6 showed promise last week when she sampled the shoreline. So will Em find more gold in this area? TV shows Ace spoke to Emily yesterday to get the end-of-season thoughts and found out her relationship with her dad is tighter than you might think. He walked her down the aisle in May, haha. I loved it, but as far as titles go, Empress would have been better than Queen. I thought Vern's designation as the ogre was guaranteed to insult Shrek fans everywhere. I am happy he's on the show and is bopping around Nome. He's always been an eccentric fellow, and I'm sure he's modest about that in front of the cameras. We have our ups and downs, but he walked me down the aisle in May, and that was a beautiful moment. I sure wish Zeke would use his wizardly powers to mine some gold. Sailboats are for sailing, but I'm sure if he casts spells on it for 5 to 10 years, it could transform into a real dredge. There's a saying that we rely on up here. Gold is where you find it. Sure, the junction where sand and clay meet cobble is always interesting to check out, but there is absolutely no guarantee that you'll find gold there. Sometimes gold likes to hang in bizarre and inexplicable places, and all you can do is mine it and ask questions later. As for the competition, I'm not worried. Come have a go at it. It's easy. It's common knowledge that claim jumpers will be shot, so be one at your own risk. Maybe they'll hit a pontoon next time. Don't think the Kellys' characters on the show have been exaggerated, but I can't say I know them all that well. It was pretty close. We had some very costly repairs, both in terms of equipment and the loss of production time. All you can do is have 2 of everything and hope for the best. I think it's more likely that Vern is an actual ogre than for the Kellys to outproduce any excavator dredge. I've got a lot of work to do on the Eroica, not just in terms of repairs, but in making her more of a gold-hunting machine than she already is. I give my performance this season a 7.2 out of 10, and I'd love for you to tune in this year to see changes on the boat and the cast. Bering Sea Gold airs Friday at 9 p.m. ET/PT on Discovery and streaming on Discovery+. Exclusive interview with Emily Riedel ahead of Bering Sea Gold final. A journey of gold, grit, and Growthus the dust and ice settles in the perilous waters of the Bering Sea. One name continues to stand out as a beacon of determination, skill, and resilience: Emily Riedel. The star of the hit reality TV series Bering Sea Gold, Riedel has carved out a remarkable career in one of the world's most dangerous professions, gold dredging. As the show nears its highly anticipated final, we sit down with Emily to reflect on her incredible journey, the challenges she's faced, and what the future holds for her after years of braving the icy depths of the Bering Sea. Emily, we're approaching the final of another intense season of Bering Sea Gold. How are you feeling as you look back on this chapter of your career and the show, Emily Riedel? Honestly, it's a mix of emotions. This season has been one of the most challenging for me, both personally and professionally. There were moments when I really wasn't sure if we'd make it to the end. It's been a lot of physical and emotional strain, and there were days when I thought I might need to walk away. But looking back now, I'm really proud of everything we've accomplished. The funnel is bittersweet. It's a culmination of months of hard work, setbacks, and a whole lot of blood, sweat, and tears. But it's also an opportunity to look forward to what's next, both for me personally and for my team. You've been with the show for years, and your journey on Bering Sea Gold has certainly been full of highs and lows. Has this show meant for you, both as a gold dredger and as a person, Emily Riedel? Bering Sea Gold has been a huge part of my life. It's not just a job. It's been a defining chapter in my personal growth. When I first started, I was a complete rookie, with no idea what I was doing on a dredge. It's a physically demanding, mentally exhausting, and emotionally draining job. But over the years, it's taught me so much about resilience, teamwork, and leadership. I've learned to push myself beyond what I thought was possible. Gold dredging isn't just about digging for gold. It's about surviving and thriving in one of the harshest environments on Earth, and that has changed me. It's made me stronger, more independent, and more capable of handling anything that comes my way. Over the years, your role on the show has evolved from a newcomer to a seasoned leader. What has that transformation been like for you? Emily Riedel. It's been a journey of self-discovery, honestly. In the beginning, I was just trying to learn the ropes and keep up with the guys. I was constantly battling imposter syndrome, feeling like I didn't belong in such a male-dominated industry. But as time went on, I started to prove myself, not just to others, but to myself. I've had to learn how to navigate both the physical demands of dredging and the interpersonal dynamics of being a woman in a space that's historically been pretty exclusive. It's not always easy, but I've found my voice. I've learned how to stand my ground, make tough decisions, and lead my team with confidence. It's empowering to know that I'm capable of more than I ever thought possible. Hey, speaking of leadership, how do you balance the pressures of managing a crew while also keeping your eyes on the prize of finding gold? Emily Riedel. It's a constant juggling act. You have to be a manager, a problem solver, and a technician all at the same time. There are always so many moving parts: equipment failures, weather conditions, team dynamics, not to mention the endless logistical challenges that come with working in the middle of nowhere. When you're out there, you don't just have to worry about whether or not you're going to find gold, but whether your crew is safe, whether the boat is working, and whether the weather is going to hold up. The pressure to keep everything moving smoothly can feel overwhelming, but you also have to remain focused on the big picture. Gold is the goal, but safety and morale are just as important. I've learned that when the team feels supported and empowered, they're more likely to bring their A game. You've faced some pretty intense challenges over the seasons. Are there any moments that stand out to you as particularly defining? Emily Riedel. Oh, there have been so many moments that tested my limits. One that stands out is from a few seasons ago when my dredge sank. It was a complete disaster, and I remember standing there in disbelief as it was slowly sinking into the sea. That was a defining moment because it felt like everything I'd worked for was going under with the dredge. But instead of giving up, I had to pivot. I had to figure out how to save the boat, save the season, and keep my crew motivated. It was a huge learning experience in resilience and problem solving. I learned that when things go wrong, and they will, your ability to adapt is what matters most. Another moment that really stands out is when I finally hit my first big gold haul. There's a sense of validation when you find that much gold, but it's also a reminder of how much effort and risk goes into this work. There's no shortcut to success on the Bering Sea queue. What has been the most rewarding part of your journey on Bering Sea Gold? Emily Riedel. Without a doubt, it's seeing how far I've come. When I first started, I had no idea if I'd even make it through the first season, let alone become a mainstay on the show. The fact that I've stuck with it and continued to grow is incredibly rewarding. But beyond that, it's been seeing the growth of my team. Watching people I've worked with evolve and become better at what they do has been one of the most fulfilling parts of this experience. It's also given me the chance to bring attention to the role of women in the industry. When I first started, there weren't many women in gold dredging, and now, it feels like there's more recognition of the value that women can bring to this profession. As the finale approaches, what can fans expect to see? Will there be any surprises or major twists? Emily Riedel. I can't give away too much, but I will say this. The final is packed with drama, tension, and some serious highs and lows. There are moments where it feels like everything is slipping away, and others where it looks like we might just pull off something incredible. The stakes are higher than ever, and I think fans are going to be on the edge of their seats. There are some twists and turns that no one will see coming, and it's going to be a truly